Misses everything. Not a great delivery as it goes down to the boundary. That'll go into the books as extras.
Waiting.
Does very well to get quickly across to that one.
Waiting. Yes. No.
That would have been a very risky single. In the end, a good decision to stay put.
Bowled him! Beauty! Absolute beauty!
An innings that promised much and really, in the end, delivered very little. Pretty disappointing all round.
It's a long way to walk out here just to walk straight back. They'll just want to get this first one behind them and then push on.
Right there.
Doesn't beat the infield.
Wait.
Well timed,
yes.
But there's a fielder out there.
McCoy gets off the mark.
End of the over. 7 runs coming from it. West Indies are 154 for 7. Nice solid defensive shot.
Good spot there, making it difficult to get away.
Solid defence, very compact.
Just slowing things down. Nothing to risk on that delivery, just keeping the bowler honest.
Yes.
Huge edge.
Good return back from the deep.
Brilliant bowling. Having got the edge the previous ball, they now know the areas they need to be hitting.
Wait.
Straight to the fielder.
Yep.
They're fast between the wickets. Good fielding keeps it close though.
4 runs added in the over. West Indies are 158 for 7. Thrust the pad at it. Confident appeal. Could it be?
It's the sort of dismissal that sees the momentum swing back to the bowler. Gone, but not for many.
A big opportunity. They've worked hard in recent weeks. They should have the confidence to build an innings and get big runs on the board.
Yes.
Good shot. It's found the gap.
Well, that was a really solid shot. Read the length early to get onto the front foot, and that raced away for 4.
You can see how good this pitch can be for batting. You want the player coming forward, but it's a tight margin. Only a touch full and put away.
Yep.
Great shot through the gap. Perfect timing.
The fielder could only pick that up off the boundary rope. Punched that away through the covers with exquisite timing.
It's been a great over so far. 2 boundaries from it. Runs coming very easily.
Right there.
Good piece of fielding to stop some runs. Drives and misses everything.
A bit of frustration after that shot. Went after it, but just couldn't lay a bat on it.
Right there.
Not a great delivery, got it full and lucky not to be hit to the boundary.
End of the over. 8 off it. West Indies are 166 for 8. Loud shout.
Yes, yes.
They'll get at least one. There'll be one run here for them.
Yes.
Just about timed that perfectly.
You don't chase those down. Brilliantly timed off the back foot, and that's raced to the boundary.
Getting nicely settled at the crease now. Would have been really happy with that last shot. Quick onto that in the infield.
Negated the spin well then. Got nicely on top of the bounce.
Waiting. Yep. No.
Needs a direct hit.
No runs on that occasion. Got into position nicely, just too early on the shot. Couldn't find a gap.
Right there.
5 runs added there. West Indies are 171 for 8.
Wait.
McCoy shakes their head. It was there to hit, couldn't make the most of it.
Beaten on the drive.
Well, that's a wild one. Nothing elegant about that shot, just not timing it at all. Poor play.
Wow, that's missed a lot.
Just need to settle down. The timing's all off. These deliveries are there to be hit. Just got to keep a cool head.
Yes.
Pushed nicely into the covers. Might go all the way.
That was a boundary the moment the ball left the bat. Can't time that any better. Perfection.
It can be very disheartening seeing good deliveries smacked around. Sometimes you just got to accept it and move on.
Yep. No.
Misses out there on the short and wide one.
Right there.
Cuts that off well in the infield.
Well, not a great delivery. Got it full. Lucky not to be hit to the boundary.
End of the over. 4 off it. West Indies are 175 for 8.
Waiting. Yes. No.
Well, that would have been a very risky run. The right call was made in the end.
Wait. Right there. Waiting. Yep. No!
A bit of a mix-up. They'll need to improve their communication.
Right there. Yes.
Can't get that outside the ring field.
Confusion written on the batters' faces. A mix-up that almost led to a run-out.
Right there.
That's the over. West Indies are 175 for 8. Cummins back on now.
Comes into the attack.
Yes, yes.
Well placed. Should get a single.
Well, the communication's not great between these two. There's a lot of hesitation in their calls. On that occasion, looking for a second. In the end, a good decision not to go through with it.
Yes.
Great shot. At least one on offer.
Exquisitely done on the front foot. A gorgeous-looking drive. Could have been worth more.
Edged.
Misses out there on the short and wide one.
Time to keep the pressure on now. Great last ball to find the edge. It's just a case of finding the same spot.
Yes.
Nice shot. Runs possible.
Good running. It needed to be as well. Probably closer than they expected.
Bowling.
Cummins with a superb delivery. Got them trying to drive, but messing everything up.
Yep.
Poor ball. All the way down to the boundary. That'll go down as 5 wides.
They shouldn't be able to get that many runs without hitting the ball. What on earth is that fielder doing?
Yes.
Needs to be on target.
It's off the body rather than the bat, but gets through for 1. Totally beaten by the change of pace on that delivery. Very unlucky not to take the wicket.
Right there.
Couldn't get it through the field.
Maybe they didn't pick it up. Very late on the shot.
Right there. Waiting. No!
Good timing, but good bowling to make it difficult to score. A little late on that. No runs scored.
A miserly over is completed. Just 1 off it.
A little late on that. No runs scored. That's wild. Nothing elegant about that shot. Just not timing it at all. It's poor play.
Yes.
Picks the gap perfectly.
Always backing the ball there. Drives the ball away nicely and picked the gap at cover very well.
Don't mind getting hit for runs. What's important is to focus on getting the next ball right.
Yes.
McCoy got nothing on that as it goes over the rope. Edged it. They certainly don't feel like they've got anything on that, but almost every fielder is asking the question. Fantastic catch.
A trudge back to the pavilion. A disappointing display in the end. For someone with such batting skills, this goes down as a fail.
Coming to the wicket, they'll be looking to play within the V early and expand as they get settled.
Right there.
Finds the fielder with that shot. Some well-targeted bowling in that over. Certainly something to build on. Hazelwood into the attack now from the press box end. Big edge.
A brilliantly timed shot off the back foot. It just flew to the boundary for 6.
Hazelwood shouldn't be too worried about... that last ball. They've got them playing their shots, just need to tighten their areas now.
Elbow.
A wonderful delivery to get the edge. They've got to keep hammering away at that spot time and again.
Just need to settle down. The timing's off. These deliveries are there to be hit. Time for cool heads.
Bowling.
Let's see if they can get the ball up into the slot like before. So crucial to follow up that last delivery and keep the batter under pressure.
Right there.
There it is. Finishes the innings off, and what a way to do it. They've been bundled out for not many at all. The bowlers have done their job, just need the batting to finish it off. Start of the innings, and they will just want to build on the small lead they already have. Just bat the opposition out of the game. If they keep wickets in hand, it could be a handy lead. Got right in behind it.
Looking very solid to start the team's innings.
Collects that one, simple as you like, inside the ring.
Brathwaite shakes their head. It was there to be hit, but couldn't make the most of it.
Great shot through the gap. A couple on offer here.
And they're away and nicely off the mark.
End of the over, 2 runs added. West Indies are 2 for none. Didn't quite manage to get themselves in for that first innings. The bowler, with their tail up, will know it too. A good batter, though, and it won't take much to get going. Stark coming on, obviously hoping the pace will cause some trouble.
Wait on.
Misses everything.
I'd say it was the right shot to choose, but it was just timed badly. Just couldn't get the drive away. Tried to get the drive away, timed it poorly, lucky to survive.
Chance, huge nick, but no one to catch it.
Nothing really wrong with the delivery. Got onto the front foot and found the space to get that one to the boundary.
Tried for something a bit different the last ball. The captain shouldn't mind that. If they get it right, they might just get the wicket.
Wait on.
Doesn't beat the infield.
Waiting.
End of the over, a good one in terms of keeping the batters quiet. Just needed to take a wicket to make it an excellent one. Hazelwood from the press box end.
Waiting. No!
Our mix-up there. They've been going so well out in the middle. The first sign of miscommunication. Hazelwood with a superb delivery. Got them trying to drive, but messing everything up. Oh, didn't get the feet moving. Played down the wrong line, threw the hands at it, got nothing on the ball.
Bowling. Bow.
Just threw the shots too early.
Bowling.
The end of a very precise over of bowling. No runs coming from it.
Waiting.
Great shot, but it's not going to beat the fielder.
Good return, back from the deep. Got forward well and was able to drive the ball. A lovely shot and good running.
Waiting. Yep.
Straight to the fielder.
A little bit of confusion out in the middle, but they've got back quickly. No harm done. Both batters survive.
dives and misses everything.
A bit of frustration after that shot. Went after it, but just couldn't lay a bat on it.
There'll be runs here.
Well, that was just an awesome delivery. Whiz past the batsman. The umpire says that's the first of two.
Sweetly hit down the ground. They'll be hard pressed to stop it.
Now that was beautifully struck with a perfect straight bat.
West Indies weren't given much of an opportunity. A very tidy over. Good piece of fielding to stop some runs. Ease through the field. There'll be runs here. Good pickup. Big chance.
Decide against the second. Way too late. I think they'd have been well short if they had continued.
Wait.
Wow, that's missed a lot.
Bowling.
Umpire signals wide. Such a poor delivery. Really need to work out what actually went wrong there.
Beaten on the drive. 3 runs added in that over. West Indies are 17 for none.
Hit that well off the back foot, but couldn't beat the field. That's a wild one. Nothing elegant about that shot. Just not timing it at all. Poor play.
Well timed, but there's a fielder out there.
Got forward and was able to drive the ball. Lovely shot and good running.
It mightn't get to the boundary, should at least get a couple.
Onto the front foot and punched it nicely. Would have hoped to find the rope.
Quick onto that in the infield. Thick edge.
The right decision not to take on that fielder.
End of the over. 4 off it. West Indies are 21 for none.
Bowling.
Brilliant bowling. Having got the edge the previous ball, they now know the areas they need to be hitting. They'll get at least one.
Waiting. Yep.
Can't get that outside the ring field.
That would have been a very risky single. In the end, a good decision to stay put.
Bow.
Surely that's got to be called a wide. It's completely out of reach.
Bow.
West Indies get through another over. Only one from it.
22 for none.
Yep. No.
A bit of a mix-up. They'll need to improve their communication.
Good shot. It's found the gap.
Tucked it nicely into the gap. Pick up a single, rotate the strike.
Yep.
Great shot through the gap. Perfect timing.
Ball's in.
Exquisitely done on the front foot. A gorgeous looking drive. Could have been worth more.
Yep. Bowling.
Not a great delivery as it goes down to the boundary. That'll go into the books as extras.
Stark with a superb delivery. Got them trying to drive, but messing everything up.
Bow.
That was a pretty wild delivery. Lost all control.
Poor ball all the way down to the boundary. That'll go down as 5 wides.
Wait on.
Chance to
Yep.
run 2. There'll be 1 run here for them.
Good running, just finding the gap, and that allows for rotation of the strike and keeps the pressure on the bowlers. Just perfection, a majestic shot. You just cannot hit it any better than that. Raced away to the boundary.
Cummins, the pace bowler, coming into the attack.
Yep.
Powell got nothing on that as it goes over the rope.
Shouldn't be able to get that many runs without hitting the ball. What is the fielder doing?
Oh, that looked nasty. Needs a direct hit.
They make it back, but that was much closer than it needed to be.
Huge edge. Time to keep the pressure on now. Great last ball to find the edge. It's just a case of finding the same spot. Nice shot.
Yep.
Runs possible. Caught. One of the easiest catches you'll see.
A long walk back to the pavilion. This has not been a good knock. Not what you expect from someone of this skill level.
Difficult period as they come to the wicket. They'll take plenty of time to set themselves up before facing their first ball.
Bowling.
Maybe they didn't pick it up. Very late on that shot. End of the over. 4 runs coming from it. West Indies are 39 for 1. Green has the ball in hand. The captain will be hoping they can tie down one end. Runs have been flowing a little too easily.
Yep.
Picks the gap perfectly.
Lower. Bow.
That's wild. Nothing elegant about that shot. Just not timing it at all. It's poor play.
Wait there.
Couldn't get it through the field. Great shot. At least one on offer.
Good running. It needed to be as well. Probably closer than they expected.
Bowling. Waiting.
That's the over. West Indies are 42 for 1. Edged. They certainly don't feel like they've got anything on that, but almost every fielder is asking the question. And caught. That's just superb.
It's the wicket they so desperately wanted. They've removed a real threat before they could get going.
New batter comes to the crease. Never an easy time to come in after the fall of a wicket. Well placed. Should get a single. Look for a couple here.
Good return there, back from the deep. And they're away and nicely off the mark. A lovely shorter ball, just keeping them honest. Still got a chance to use another one in this over.
Wait.
Finds the fielder with that shot.
Yes. Yeah!
Loud shout.
Yeah!
There's a challenge. Not sure what good it'll do. Looks unlikely it'll be overturned.
How close is that? Could be the wicket.
Not the best decision to review that. The umpire has got it spot on. And with that wicket, the new batter will mark their guard. They just need to rotate the strike early on as they get settled.
Didn't need to bother about running with timing like that.
Cummins, I don't think, will be too happy with their bowler at the moment. Gone! Played all around it.
They have the wicket they wanted. A huge blow. Lewis gone for not many.
A lot of pressure coming to the crease. Not had the best of weeks leading up to this game and will want to show everyone their strength.
Extra width gives them a free swing at the ball. Gone a long way back.
That last ball isn't something you'd want to see a repeat of. You don't want to be giving easy runs away. Doesn't beat the infield. A wonderful delivery to get the edge. You've got to keep hammering away at that spot time and again. Couldn't have hit that any better.
You can't fault the bowling. Sometimes your opponent is just too good. Wonderful front foot shot, and there's no point in chasing that.
A boundary off the last ball. Is it a sign they're trying to push the run rate? Super piece of timing.
Went downtown and did it very well.
Cummins from the press box end.
Yep.
Big edge. Where's that going?
Didn't time it at all, but managed to get it away to the boundary.
Chase has got the big shot away this over. Now they can focus on playing the next ball on its merits. Super shot that.
Got their head right in line with the ball. A beautiful strike there down the ground.
It's really hard not to get caught up in the excitement. The crowd are loving every minute of this game. Finds the edge. Huge shout. The bowler seems very confident with that one.
Well, this is a fantastic wicket. Kept the runs down. Really didn't get settled. Looked to be in trouble, sadly, for most of the knock.
Sounded good the moment it hit the bat.
Onto the front foot early, placed it perfectly into the gap. Timed it nicely for 4 more.
Cummins shouldn't be too worried about that last ball. They've got them playing their shots, Just need to tighten their areas now. Drives and misses everything.
A bit of frustration after that shot. Went after it, but just couldn't lay a bat on it.
Misses everything.
Well, they never really got in the right position for the drive for that one. A bit of a loose shot in my reckoning.
Playing all their shots in that over. A very expensive over.
Misses out there on the short and wide one. Well, that was just an awesome delivery. Whiz past the batsman. The umpire says that's the first of two.
Bowling.
Massive edge, misses everyone, and that's racing away. 4 runs added there. West Indies are 81 for 5. Still searching for what would be a thoroughly deserved 5-fer. They bowled brilliantly in this innings.
Well, that's a wild one. Nothing elegant about that shot, just not timing it at all. Poor play.
Wow, that's missed a lot.
A little late on that. No runs scored.
Let's see if they can get the ball up into the slot like before. So crucial to follow up that last delivery and keep the batter under pressure.
Bowling.
Oh, didn't get the feet moving. Played down the wrong line. Threw the hands at it. Got nothing on the ball. Well, that was just an awesome delivery. Whizzed past the batter, and the umpire says that's... the first of 2.
Really aggressive, but a complete miss.
Oh, that's just a ridiculous decision to dance down the pitch like that. Too much pace and just lucky the keeper's so far back.
Yep.
There'll be runs here.
No.
Decisive running might have just got them 2. You look at that and I'd say they would have made it easily. Poor running in the end.
End of the over. West Indies are 86 for 5. Stark, the left armer, is coming on to bowl from the university end. Ease through the field. There'll be runs here. A beauty. Brilliant catch.
Really getting towards the tail enders now. 6 wicket gone. There's not a lot left in this lineup.
It was an average as we saw from them. You know, just super shot.
Really just seemed to have put that one into the slot with the first ball to the new batter. All the same, it's a glorious shot for your first ball.
Yep. Ball's in. Oh.
It looked a pretty good delivery, to be honest. Umpire, though, has given it as a wide.
Beaten on the drive.
Bowling.
Maybe they didn't pick it up. Very late on the shot.
Oh.
Just threw the shot too early.
Confident appeal. Could it be? The right armour is coming on to bowl from the press box end. Nicely played. Perfect timing.
You could see by how it whistled away to the boundary just how sweetly this was timed.
Getting nicely settled at the crease now. Would have been really happy with that last shot. Nice timing, good batting, won't get to the boundary. A couple on offer here. Quick onto that in the infield.
I'm not sure what happened with that delivery. Maybe trying the slower ball, but just got it all wrong.
Runs here, really well played. Short, wide and climbed into it.
Had all the time in the world to get in position to play that ball. Timed it nicely for 4 runs. Umpire signals wide. Such a poor delivery. Really need to work out what actually went wrong there.
They'll push hard, should get back for 2.
Power.
Lovely bowling.
Beautiful slower delivery. Just hitting air on that one. That was just too good.
Questions will begin to be asked. Should the captain make a change? A big over that one. Too many loose deliveries.
They'll have to bowl that one again. Must have only been missing by a few millimetres.
Bowling.
A reckless heave. This batter is usually a bit more elegant in their stroke play than this. Poor batting.
That's going a long way. What a shot that is.
That's what you pay the entrance money for. It's flown into the crowd. A brilliant shot off the front foot. No need to move.
Tried for something a bit different the last ball. The captain shouldn't mind that. If they get it right, they might just get the wicket.
Gotcha.
They'll get at least 1.
More decisive running may have gotten them 2. You look at that and I would say they would have made it easily. They need to be a little bit more switched on than that. Not a very smart shot. Got nothing on